So hopefully we are all getting situated. So studio control, are you all there?
We're here.
Great. And then Aaron in the studio. Do we have everybody on position in there?
Yes, they're all here.
Sweet.
We got the lighting figured out.
Justin, did you want to do a last millisecond mic check on everything? I think everyone's on position.
We can do the primaries for the talent, Mike, and then everything should be the same for interview.
The same.
Aaron, can you have Corinne talk real quick?
Cameras, you are awesome.
Hello and welcome to the season finale of For Your Island. I'm Corinne Messer.
All right, that's good. Let's have Christina now.
Hello and welcome to the season finale of For Your Island. I'm Corinne Mestermacher and I'm Christina Myers. Today
Okay,
we'll
that's
jam
good.
out
Now,
in
do you
the
want to run
subway.
and test the interviews?
Yes.
Just gonna have
I'd like
a
to
PA
do
tap
that
on
as
them.
well.
That's fine.
Which one first, Christina's mic or the guest's mic?
Christina, please.
I think I'm out. Hello, I'm Christina Myers. I'm interviewing. No, you're not. It'll be a good time.
Christina Meyer sounds a lot like Ashley, but her mic works. Let's try the guest mic.
You are not Mickey Mouse.
Professor Dan Van Benthuizen, Hofstra University.
All right, you got it. Thank you very much. We're ready to roll.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Did Kevin figure out the lighting situation? Can you ask him?
Yes. He says we're all good and that he hates you.
All right, thank you.
Are Gene and Amanda still going to come in?
I don't think that they're coming in. Do you need Gene and Amanda to come into the studio?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
How much time do you have? Five minutes left till air. Sorry, that wasn't very truthful. 5 minutes left till air. 4 minutes left till air, everybody.
Is it anyone in studio controls or anywhere who still has their phone on? Because we're still hearing RTS in our headsets here. and
We are
we've
still
asked
hearing it as
everyone
well.
A couple times in here to turn them off.
Justin, it's no one in there that has their phone on, is it? Can everybody just turn their phones off, even if you have Verizon? I don't care. Just everybody turn your phone off. Live capture and live stream, if you could turn your phones off as well. Just a reminder.
3 minutes left till air.
That is not cheery way to start off the show. Give me something cheerier.
That was really good because I had just finished saying 3 minutes till air, and then that screen happened.
Yay! There we go.
Live capture and web stream. You can start going if you want.
And then let us know when you're good.
All right.
2 minutes left until we go on air, everybody. Get your show faces on.
Guys, it's the last FYI of this season.
Live stream's going.
Sweet. Is everybody prepared for this? Because it's going to be awesome. Tell Corinne and Christina that they are awesome. Yes, Christina, she can't leave. She has to do this.
Live capture, we're good?
40 seconds until Jocelyn makes her cue.
Live stream's good. She says she'll do it for $1 an episode.
All right,
and
thanks.
she'll come back.
Okay, well, that's up to Dr. J, not me. You're going to pay Christina to come back and do this again. $1 an episode she wants.
It's not that expensive.
That's
And she needs to sleep in an editing
because she needs to sleep in an editing room, too. Master Control, ready to roll tape to record?
1 minute left till air.
Roll tape to record and confirm speed, and then ready take bars and tone for 30 seconds. Speed. Cool. Take bars and tone for 30 seconds.
In bars and tone for 30 seconds. Is audio record level at 100%, everyone?
100%.
100%.
Great.
Did we get BT? I heard Justin.
Yes, I heard both. In bars and tone for 15.
Ready take slate and lose tone.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take
0.
slate lose tone.
9,
Ready take black.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take
0.
black. Ready to zoom in.
9,
Ready music under. Ready
8,
mic and cue. Ready fade up
7,
on 2.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
To zoom in. Music under. Mic and cue. Fade up on 2.
Hello, and welcome to the season finale of For Your Island.
Tag 'em.
I'm Corinne
Right there,
Messermacher,
Bailey.
And I'm Christina Myers.
Give a little bit more
Today
headroom
we'll
slowly
jam
if you
out in the
could.
subway, see how metal is sculpted into
Perfect.
art, and row through New York lakes.
Ready, fade.
Then we will go behind the scenes.
Ready,
at a
roll A.
local
Ready, dissolve the
TV
A with
station,
sound.
And finally learn how to move in a different and extreme way. We'll also sit down with Professor Van Van Tyson, a journalism professor here at Hofstra University. So, let's leap into the show. This is For Your
Roll A.
Island.
Dissolve the A with sound.
We're in this for 33 seconds.
Guys, we're in the show.
From Montauk to
Ready fade music
Massapequa,
under and then
from
out. Ready
Bayside
mic
to
and
Bay
cue. Ready
Ridge,
to dissolve the
and
2.
all points in between.
9,
This
8,
is For Your
7,
Island, a show
6,
about the people
5,
and places of Long
4,
Island.
3, 2,
Music under, Mike and
1,
Q, dissolve the 2.
0.
Corinne, do you ever stop to listen
Ready,
to the
cue, turn,
musicians
ready,
play
take 1.
in the New York City subway?
I hear them when I walk by, but I never really stop to listen.
Well, a new web series showcases these different artists for viewers to check out.
Q turn, take 1.
Subway Sessions
Perfect.
takes us through
Ready,
the
roll B,
subways
ready,
with
dissolve
indie
the
bands
sound.
and solo artists. The unique acoustics of this underground venue reveal the musicians' raw talent. These artists don't hide behind microphones and
Roll B.
soundboards.
Rolling.
Let's head down and take a listen.
Dissolve B with sound.
Lose it.
Subway Sessions is a music website that we created to showcase musicianship outside of what is like the usual environment for musicians to perform music on stages and, you know, behind soundboards and stuff like that. We wanted to sort of strip all that back and go back to like raw music performance because that's something we were interested in seeing.
Usually it's a stripped down, unplugged sessions show where musicians perform in like a really raw setting and there's people walking around in the background, and it's just like a new atmosphere for musicians, a new place for them to perform.
There's no studio, you know, it's just musicians playing music, and it only shows their talent. So if they're good, it shows that they're good.
It's really just raw music and it's happening right there.
Tag it. Lose it.
There are actually really great acoustics here, so the music sounds pretty good with the natural reverb and the atmosphere and the people.
It's somewhere where you really can't hide. I mean, you can't hide behind an audio mixer, you can't hide behind, you know, a whole bunch of auto tuning. It's whatever you're performing is actually happening right there in the station.
People think a certain thing about the subway when they haven't been there, and I think it's cool to showcase that it's not just some scary underground place, you know, like really cool stuff happens there.
Tag. Lose it.
We use DSLR cameras, which are great because they look like still cameras, which allows us to get away with a lot more sort of like street photography or videography. They're also really great for shooting in low light, and obviously we can't bring lights into the subway, so we have to just make do with what we have.
Tag it. Lose it. Tag it. Action camouflage. Lose it.
I love Subway Sessions because, for one thing, I get to see a free private concert.
We have less than a minute
week,
left in
pretty
this
much,
package.
which is always awesome. And
Okay, can we get the
I love
talent
being
back
able
into
to
their
kind of
standing
open people's
positions?
minds, you know. A lot of people don't realize that the subway can be a really beautiful place, and I like being able to showcase that.
It's really a special experience, not just for us, but even for like people that are just walking by. It's just some of them will stop and check it out and see what's happening, and I enjoy that aspect of it because I feel like I'm sharing music with the station, and we're kind of putting our mark on New York City.
There we go.
We love creating not only the videos that we put out, but also the experiences we create in the subway. We love watching people slow down on their daily commute and
Barely
just,
adjust
you know,
it.
stop
Yeah,
to
there we
look
go.
and see what's
Perfect.
going on.
Okay, ready, Mike and Q, ready to dissolve the 2.
7,
Right after they leave frame.
5, 4, 3,
Mike and Q, dissolve the 2.
1.
That's a side of the subway I never really appreciated.
It's definitely something I'll pay more attention to now. Subway Sessions produces new content weekly for their website.
Tag it.
Check it out at subwaysessions.com.
Lose it.
Have you ever heard of metal sculpting?
Ready, Q, turn, ready,
What do you
take
mean?
3.
It's this out-of-the-box art form that I came across recently.
Q, turn, take 3.
David Hausler's studio
Ready,
on Long
roll A,
Island
ready,
is a
dissolve
place
A
where
with
fire,
sound.
hammers, and metal combine to create beautiful works of art. Along with being an artist, David is also a teacher. With these raw
Roll A.
materials, the sculptors weld, bend, and cut distinctive pieces.
Dissolve A with sound.
Lose it.
I've been making
Tag 'em.
sculptures since 1978, and
Lose it.
here at the studio in Fort Salonga, we do all kinds of sculptures. I have students come in, and they
We don't
learn
tag
how
it
to
for a while.
weld and work with metal, and then later on they build sculptures, and some people are now in all kinds of shows as well. When I first started in making sculpture, I had to put together a studio in order to, make the work itself. So I had to rebuild parts of the barn and getting this place established, not only as a studio, but as an outdoor show space for my own work. Plasma cutting is like a drawing tool where you're actually cutting the metal. The other cutting system that we have is just using a grinder. And we have a whole bending station. We've got the English wheel, then we have the circle bender. The MIG welder is an instant feed welding tool that actually instantly weld two pieces of metal together.
Get ready to tag her.
I like taking something that's
Tag her.
metal's usually associated with like industrial,
Lose
really
it.
rigid, and I like manipulating it and making it softer.
For me, metal is almost
That
like
was the last
working
one
in
as
clay. Clay where you can mold things, and metal where I can also mold
Hold on.
and bend
2.5
and
minutes.
twist
Well, 1.5
and weld.
is what I meant. I read 2 minutes.
If you're drawing, you
I
can
like
just
it.
draw it real quick, whereas with metal,
Yeah,
you
you know
kind of
this
have to
4-minute package.
take a step back
crazy.
and just think about where you can go first and manipulate it. Working at the studio here, I definitely get inspiration from what other people are doing. It's great to come to a studio where everybody else is working, that you could see different ways you could work with the metal. It's a good learning experience.
Minute
in
left
that
in
sense.
package.
When I'm working with metal, I usually feel kind of free because when I work with like
Is
drawing
Christina
or
going
painting,
crazy?
I'm always about the detail. Where for some reason when I'm working with the deep metal or in
She's
sculpture,
working off a mullet.
it allows me to be freer. So
Beautiful,
just
tell her.
kind of go from there.
The whole creative process is a nice way of getting up each day and saying, hey, I've got something exciting to do today. It's not
30
the
seconds.
same old boring job. There's always something new coming across the
still love that
creative
sculpture.
table. That I love, and it's enjoyable. It's hard work, but at the same time, it gives you so much
15.
back.
Ready, Mike and Q, ready to dissolve the
That's
two.
one of the things that keeps you young.
10, 9, 8,
Mike and Q,
7,
dissolve the two.
6.
What a cool way to make art out of metal.
And it's a different medium for artists to express their creativity. To find out more
Tag
about
it.
David Hausler, go to dthsculptor.com.
Lose it.
Oh, I could really use a cup of coffee right
Ready,
now.
roll
couldn't
B,
you?
ready to dissolve the B with
Always.
sound.
Here on Long Island, you are never too far from a 7-Eleven, which is the subject of today's fun fact.
Roll B, dissolve the B with sound.
We're in this
Perfect,
for 32
Lisa.
seconds.
Did you know that more 7-Eleven coffee is purchased on Long Island than any other state in the country? Probably because the average distance
And then we're coming back to
between
two
locations
again.
is approximately 0.4 miles. With more than 4
15.
different sized cups and many convenient locations, Long Islanders prefer 7-Eleven
10,
over any other coffee.
9,
Ready, Mike and Q, ready to
8,
dissolve the two.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Mike and Q,
1,
dissolve the two.
0.
Christina, did you play a sport
Ready,
in
Q,
high
turn,
school?
ready, take three.
I did, but sometimes it was difficult to balance it with all my schoolwork.
Well, some local students don't need to worry about this any longer through the help of a Long Island nonprofit organization.
Q, turn, take three.
Row New York not only
Ready, roll
teaches
A,
young
ready to
women
dissolve the A with
sport of rowing,
sound.
but also provides study sessions. These girls have become motivated and determined to better their grades and themselves. This organization is
Roll
not
A.
just a sport, but a way to create bright futures.
Dissolve the A with sound.
Lose it.
Okay, camera 1 and camera 2, you can now head over with Christina heading over. We're coming back to 3, yes.
Row New York is a
Mhm.
nonprofit that
Yep.
offers competitive rowing to New York City high school
Looking
girls.
good.
I think we're a little more
Tag 'em.
family oriented. It's really fun. but
Let's
it's
wait
still
until she
really
finishes her
intense and high
tags and we'll do
quality.
it.
Lose
We
it.
offer all these other services, academic services, tutoring, SAT prep, guest speakers,
Ready to
all
tag?
to keep them on the right track.
This team is incredibly
Tagger.
diverse, intentionally. It
Lose
pulls
it.
from like more than 17 schools, most of which in Queens. A couple are in the Bronx or in Brooklyn or Manhattan.
Last tag coming up.
When you're running, really make sure to just keep those shoulders long.
I told them to get them settled, right?
Hold up.
It's
Hold on.
helped
Tagger.
me
Let me just
like
get through this
become
tag.
like a better person, like
Lose it.
personality-wise.
Go
Because
for it.
before,
2.5
like,
minutes
my
left.
attitude was just like terrible, and
Yeah,
I've
lights
gotten
look
to
good.
go to like different states that I've never
Cool.
been to before,
Thank you.
and I've met a lot of different people that
We're
like,
amazing
help
on
keep
time.
me on like the right path.
You're gonna be a part of it. We'll talk.
Two
We
minutes
just
left in
set our
package.
standards very high. The rowers are bringing the launches down. The coaches aren't doing that. The rowers bring all the oars down. So I think part of the best thing we teach them is just how to be self-sufficient and how to be
Okay, so
confident.
everybody remembers we're going to be coming back
doing the
to
things that
3
they
for her to do the
need to know how
outro.
to do.
We're going to go from once the
On
bug
Monday,
or
we have
once the
academic
lower
programming.
third is put in, we'll be
All
dissolving
the
into
juniors
the
right now are
bump
in SAT
with
prep.
clean,
I have a
losing the bug
mostly
and
of
the lower
sophomores,
third,
but
and
also a
Justin,
couple
you'll be bringing
freshmen,
up the bump music right away with the
working on
dissolve.
getting their
Minute 15
GPAs
seconds.
And then
up
you'll be bringing the
and
bug in
also
once we're back.
on more fundamental skills that they may have missed, like coming up in the public school system.
Before, I wasn't even passing a lot of classes. Like, I failed a lot of classes, and like because we study on Mondays from like 4 to 7, my average has went up like 10 points. Before I joined the team, I used to get into like tons of trouble, like, and I hung out with like older
1 minute left in
people.
package.
And so because it's like 6 days a week, I have no time to
like 3 seconds before.
follow my friends and like do the things that like we were getting involved with before. So Road New York pretty much like it just keeps me out of
Did
trouble.
you hear that?
Like, keeps me on the right
Christina would
path.
like 2 and 1
One of my
minute
favorite
keys.
memories is our first race here on Meadow Lake. They used to hold the whole
Yes,
Long
I will do better
Island
on that.
Championships right here. And it was our first race. No one had any expectations, and they
30
just came out of
seconds.
nowhere and won by a lot.
So everybody remember we're coming back on 3. We can get through this, we can get through anything.
15.
Ready,
This
Mike and
place
Q,
is,
ready to dissolve to
is
3.
one of a kind.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Mike and Q,
6,
dissolve to 3.
5.
Ready to dissolve to 4, clean with music.
This organization has improved the lives of all these students.
Tag.
For more information, check out rownewyork.org.
Dissolve to 4, clean with music.
Sorry, 6, 5.
Ready,
4,
Mike and Q, ready to dissolve to 3.
2, 1.
Mike and Q, dissolve to
0.
3.
On the set with
Ready,
us
Mike and
today
Q,
is
ready to take
Hofstra
1.
Professor Daniel Van Ben Tyson. Christina.
Mike and Q, take 1.
Thanks,
Tagger.
Corinne. Daniel Van Ben Tyson is a professor
And
of
then go ahead,
journalism here at
Kara.
Hofstra with many unique
Ready, take
hobbies
2.
and interests. Thanks so much for being
Take
with us
2.
today.
My pleasure.
Well, as I said,
Ready,
you're
take
a
1.
journalism professor, print and online, but you're also a
Take 1.
journalist yourself. So tell me a little bit about
Ready, take
your
3.
real-world experience.
Take 3.
I was
Perfect,
an
Kara.
art director at Newsday for 29 years and ran the art department there.
Lose it.
But when I left in 2007, I ended up being asked by one of the editors at Newsday if I'd do some freelance writing for them. And that began a whole second chapter of the journalism experience for me. I've ended up writing for the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times for colleagues there who used to work at Newsday years ago. So it's been fun to explore
Ready, take
the
2.
writing side.
Take 2.
While I was at Newsday, I was an art director, and as I say, more focused on the visual.
Ready, take 1.
And so
Take
how
1.
do you translate your experience
Ready,
to
take
your
3.
students?
Take 3.
I think that really
Ready,
it's
roll
a
B,
kind
ready,
of
dissolve to
simple
B.
storytelling mechanism that we're all engaged
Roll B.
in journalism. And
Dissolve to B.
you want to react to stories as a reader would react or
3
as
minutes
a
left
viewer
in
would
interview.
react. So
Ready,
when you're
dissolve to
telling
3.
a story, the next question to ask, the next element of the story to pursue
Dissolve to 3.
is what occurs to a reader when
Ready,
they read
take
come
1.
across the story and have their own questions.
Take 1.
We're advocates for the readers.
Now, if a student stops by your office, they might notice a lot of paintings on your
Ready,
walls. So
take
you're
2.
also an artist. How
Take
did you
2.
get involved with art?
At a very early age, I think I was
Ready, take
4
3.
or 5 years old.
Take 3.
My mother left me with a babysitter.
We're not going to do it
one day,
here.
and when she came
No, he's
back,
going to answer it
I had
right
taken
after.
chalk and drawn a train on the sidewalk in front of our house with a different car on each slab of concrete.
Ready, take 1.
And when you get that kind of really positive reaction from your
Take 1.
parents, My mother was
Ready,
chagrined
take three,
that the
take
rain
three.
would wash it away. But that sort of sets you on a life full of creating visual things and wanting
take
to
two.
recreate that reaction you
Take
got
two.
at the age of 4.
Now,
take
one
one,
of the
take one.
paintings that's displayed in your office is
Ready,
a
take
self-portrait.
2 minutes left in interview.
It's you with a clown nose and a
Take
paper
three.
hat. Can you explain that?
Take three.
I think portraiture is
Ready,
a
roll
terrifically
A.
demanding
Ready,
skill
dissolved A.
in art because we all look at faces and we all know how we recognize
Roll A.
our friends
Rolling.
and our
Dissolved
relatives.
A.
And if I did a portrait of somebody in your family, you'd know instantly whether I got it right or
Ready,
what
dissolve
part
to
of
three.
it I got wrong. So there's that challenge, but the thing I don't like about portraiture in
Dissolve
society
to three.
today is that, for my taste, it's too stuffy and
Ready, take
almost
two.
pompous or arrogant. So I
How
look
much is
for
left?
devices that will
There's
kind of take things
minute
down
and
a
a half.
notch
Oh, okay.
and relax the viewer a little bit. And one of the things I've ended up using are the little paper crowns
take
that come
one.
as a prize in Crackers, that British toy that people pull apart on New Year's Day. It gives a little pop.
Take one.
And you find a Cracker Jack toy, and then there's a paper crown, and you put it on. And
Ready, take three. Take
everybody
three.
kind of clowns around for a few minutes. It's in
Give
those
me a
moments
little bit
that
more
you
headroom,
see the
Kara.
real person, and you get a chance
Slowly.
to sort of decide this is
Perfect.
how I'd like to show this person.
Ready, take three. Or take
Now,
one.
one of your
Take
really
one.
out-of-the-box
Ready, take
hobbies,
three.
I guess, is you're involved with some speed skaters. Where does that come in?
Take three.
You know,
45
in
seconds.
the late 1950s and 60s, I was growing up
This is
in
probably
the
gonna be the last
Midwest in
question.
St. Louis, and my
Yeah, he's
parents had
gonna
taken
go
me
off.
skating. a
Ready,
couple
take
of
two.
times.
This will be good.
If you,
Make sure I hear
this
the
is
30.
Before the NHL developed, before
30
hockey
seconds left.
became a popular sport.
Ready,
So
take
if you
two.
liked skating, ice skating, and you were a boy,
Take two.
the macho
Kara,
thing
you can
to do
spin.
was to get into speed skating. If you were a girl, the feminine thing to do was to get into figure skating. Of course, today we're much
15,
more
14.
open-minded about these
Okay,
things.
tell her that she's gonna be
But I
wrapping
got
it up at the end
into
of
it at
this.
that age, and
10, 9,
when I moved to this part of
8,
the country, I found
7,
that there were quite a few
6,
clubs,
5,
speed skating clubs
4,
in
3,
different locations here
2,
in the Northeast.
1.
And I got into it, back into it as an adult. I like to tell people that the older I get, the faster I was.
Well, it sounds like you're a
Okay,
very
ready, take one.
busy man.
Take
Thank
one.
you so much for joining us today.
Ready, take three.
And now back to Corinne for our next story.
Take three.
What is more exciting than creating
Tagger.
a TV show?
Ready,
All
roll
shows
B. Ready,
without
dissolve to
bias,
B.
High school students also
Lose
have
it.
a chance to get behind the scenes. At the Public Access Television Station in Great Neck, students have hands-on experience with cameras and other television equipment. From September to May,
Roll
these
B.
producers
Rolling.
create shows to be broadcast on their channel. So let's tune in and watch them in action.
Dissolve to B with sound.
Get ready to take this out. Lose it. Awesome.
Nice. Tell Christina that was awesome. Thank.
Dagger.
is a group of students from all the local schools.
Lose it.
From grade
Thank
8
him for the
through 12.
interview
It's a
and
program where
guys, we're almost
teenagers
done.
in high school and a couple of middle schoolers get
Lose
to
it.
film different live shows, different public service announcements, get to work on camera, off camera, do a lot of editing, be in front of the camera, things like that.
They meet once a week for 2 hours. They learn video production skills and they create video programming.
We have
Tag
them
'em.
work in the studio, operate cameras,
Lose it.
direct. They run the character generator and the audio board, and they get a chance to do everything all themselves. So it's a really hands-on experience.
The goal is for the students to learn all aspects, and it's an educational focus. Some students come in and they only want to work behind the camera, and that's okay because we're doing skills. Everybody has to learn skills.
The kids really actually know all the equipment in the studio and how to run
Yes.
it each themselves.
It's
Tag
really
'em.
a good program if you're interested in TV
Lose it.
and how it
if we can
gets
get
made and stuff and how you get stuff
someone
on
to
TV.
just really quickly
I
shade
like to do
1 and
camera
3 to make
sometimes
them a little bit
if
more
no one else is willing to do it, but a lot of times I
similar.
like to be in front of the camera,
2
doing
minutes left
acting,
to
interviewing,
package.
stuff like
Justin,
that.
did you hear that?
We had a live show a couple weeks ago.
They
It
want
was
you to
completely
check
run by the kids. We
Christina's
actually
mic, I
got
believe.
a viewership and demographic.
What's wrong with one?
Have her speak.
Today, we'll be having a live panel discussion on internet privacy.
The point of having Facebook is
We
to
hear it
connect
just
with
fine.
friends, not so
Mike's good.
a college
I already told
admissions
him.
officer
We're
can see what
halfway
you're
through
doing.
the package.
I feel like a lot of them
Oh,
just put up
Remus,
pictures
yeah.
capriciously and they do not know about internet privacy the way they should.
Well, what I would
Which
like
shot?
the students to get out of this program,
One
Minute and a
shot?
half.
Bring out one for me.
the program, is that they understand the medium of television.
One is
From
perfect.
start to finish. One, so that they're educated viewers,
Yep,
two,
it's
to
perfect.
decide whether or not they
We
want
just
to
need them
pursue this
shaded
as
a
a
little
career.
bit. So,
And the other
Remus,
is
if
to
you can bring the
understand what
black
it's like to
levels
work
down on
team,
one or up
in
on 3,
television as a
just
crew,
make them more coherent.
and to
Thank
see
you.
the interaction that goes on and the leadership
Minute.
roles
Okay.
and responsibilities. Those are life skills.
Yeah, that
I
word.
like everything about it. I
No.
love the people here. I love interacting with
Minute
people
left in
and like
package.
being able to
Let's-
be used
whatever.
as a creative outlet. I like getting my input and having other people think it's really good and people praise you for anything, anytime you do something good. I really like the respect everyone gives each other here. I really like everything about it.
Okay, everybody ready? We're going to come back on 2 and then go into our last package.
I hope that what actually comes from this is that the kids will keep going with it and make programs on their own outside of the teen group. Once they're done with
They look
this,
better now.
I hope
30
they go
seconds.
on and still
Thank you for whoever was
Good.
shading.
This program
Thank,
has
thank
really
you, Remus.
influenced me. I feel like
You're welcome.
I want to do something that I love, something that I really enjoy, and instead of actually doing
Ready,
real
Mike, and
work
Q,
when I
ready
get
to
older,
dissolve the
like
2.
my grandfather told me that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So I
15.
figure this might be something that I really want to do because I really enjoyed it the entire time I've been here.
10, 9,
Mike and Q, dissolve the
7.
2.
I wish I could have done that in high school.
The great thing is that they become passionate early and learn about different aspects of television.
Tag
if you
it.
want to find out more, go to patv.org.
Lose it.
Corinne, have you ever
Ready,
heard
Q,
of
turn. Ready,
parkour?
take 1.
Well, isn't that just people jumping around on stuff?
Not exactly. Parkour has gained popularity over the past few years through YouTube and word of mouth.
Q, turn. Take 1.
5-Star Gym in East Rockaway
Nice,
offers
Ryan.
classes
Ready,
for
roll
both
A.
young
Ready,
and
dissolve the A
old
with sound.
to teach the basic skills so anyone can participate. At the same time, the coaches
Roll A.
continue to train and express themselves through parkour.
Dissolve the A with sound. Last package.
Lose it.
The knees where all the energy comes from. Good.
Actual word
Tag
in
'em.
French, parkour here, means to move through. That's kind of where the whole
Lose it.
like sport tutelage kind of came from.
So look at how I stay tight the whole time. Come in.
Getting through your environment with most fluidity, getting from A to B.
Lisa, that was very
is what
nice getting on the
parkour is based
redundancy
on.
there.
Parkour is really
Tag 'em.
about getting through your environment efficiently
Lose it.
and smoothly.
2 years ago, nobody knew what we were doing over here. Now people are like, oh, you're doing parkour.
I don't know how you're so on
I've
target.
always been jumping off of stuff. It's just like what little boys do. But I didn't actually know I was doing parkour until about 2006.
And at first, I didn't know it was an actual sport. I called it extreme walking.
2.5 minutes left.
I spent a lot of time training, and I want to make parkour as personal as I possibly can.
I train parkour outside in my backyard mostly, or in my driveway. I use precision jumping, which helps landing on smaller objects like railings or a corner that's on the side of a building and you're coming from like the roof.
I love
Tag 'em.
training outdoors really because
Lose it.
it's I feel more free,
That was the last time.
like breathing fresh air and just like flipping in the wind.
1.5 minutes left in package.
Indoors, it's safe and it just keeps you very focused on one thing.
One very distinct difference in parkour is that there's actually a destination. It just makes you feel very primal.
Parkour helps in the way that
Minute
moving
left.
forward
is what we do.
In our
When you
last
teach
package.
a kid how to get somewhere, that he looks at that top of the wall and he thinks he can't get up there. And when I show him how to
Okay,
get
so
up
we're
there,
going to
it
be
makes him
coming
feel
up on
great.
back on to 2. They're going to do the outro for parkour and then do the show close. This is it, guys.
I love parkour because it makes me feel good. It makes my reflexes better. It really makes me feel alive.
Great,
Like
they're
I feel
standing
like I'm
up.
really accomplishing something.
All I
30
do is
seconds.
think and breathe
Mm.
parkour. I seriously like.
Ready, Mike
am in
and Q,
school
ready to
just
dissolve back to
waiting
2.
Come out here and train.
A lot of people think that they're weaker than they are, And parkour is like an obstacle overcomer, you know?
15.
It makes me feel great. It makes me feel fantastic, and I never plan on stopping.
Ready, Mike? 2. Dissolve the 2.
9, 8, 7.
Mike and 2. Dissolve the 2.
5.
Those guys were off the wall. I know. The attention to parkour has been growing recently, and the facility is a great place where people can practice. With open gyms, classes, and events, anyone can participate. For more information, go to 5starsportsacademy.com.
Lose it.
This was such a great show, illustrating all of what Long Island has to offer. We rode the subway with talented musicians, welded metal with David Hausler, and raced with Row New York. Then we got a glimpse into how television is made and walked through the concrete jungle. We'd also like to thank Professor Daniel Van Tyson for being with us today. Be sure to check out this episode of FYI online at forYourIsland.com.
Dissolve
and
graphic.
the second episode of The Long Island Edge at lie.forYourIsland.com.
Lose it.
As the season
Ready,
comes
roll
to a
B.
close,
Ready, dissolve the B with
our air
sound.
show producers Philip Eslick and Stephanie Hallowell, and our web show producer Justin Fixell. We'd also like to thank our series coordinating producer
Not
Amanda
yet.
Saponara and our faculty advisors Dr. Peter Gershon and Jamie Cohen. And now we leave you with a behind-the-scenes look of our crew at work. Have a great summer and join us this fall for the newest season of For Your
Roll
Island.
B. Dissolve the B with sound.
We do it big, all the time. You know it's the best show at Hofstra. Stay tuned.
Here at FYI, we take an in-depth look at the APs. Let's take a gander.
Ready to start the music, Justin?
The most important person.
Looks like
is
he's-
Gershon yells at me the most.
We're doing TV. So you turn the lights on. I turn the lights on.
15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Start
0.
the music. Okay, ready, roll credits. Ready, crossfade music.
$15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll
0.
credits, crossfade music. I love that she just pops in. Cue airband. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, ready to roll the SID, ready to dissolve the SID.
$15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Roll
0.
SID, dissolve SID. Ready, fade sound effects to black.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fade sound effects to black.
0.
Stand by.
Live stream and live capture. Can you guys cut out your feeds?
Master control, stop, tape, and check. Stand by for the all clear.
We're out.
Got it. Do we have live stream and live captures confirms?
Confirmed.
Live
Yep.
stream confirmed.
Okay, both of them are confirmed. Do we have sound and pics?
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yes.
Way to give me a heart attack, Lisa. Thank you, everyone. We can strike. Woo! We're done, FYI.
Live stream, live capture. Don't forget your headsets and to quit out.
Stop the ISO feed too.
Oh, can we stop the ISO feed too?
Oh yeah, that would help.